Battle Bill here with another video. Did you know Archen, yes, the rock flying type Archen, the first form of Archeops, has one of the most interesting and versatile movesets of a Pokemon in the Great League Go Battle League. This thing's got stab, fast move coverage with an extremely energy efficient move of Wing Attack, along with coverage for the Dark and Dragon typing with pretty cheap energy charge moves of Dragon Claw and then Crunch, on top of the fact that Crunch has a debuff opportunity and potential at 30%. Absolutely ridiculous stuff when I figured out this information. So I knew, thanks to Adventure Week and thanks to NYC Go Fest, after I accrued quite a few Archens at the Great League PvP IV, that I was going to decide to run it in some Catch Cup Go Battle League battles. Since, you know, running low on Mons, building up a bunch of dust, didn't build a lot of things throughout the season, so we gotta build some spice. A like for a Mon as fun as this goes a long way on the YouTube video, so that I can continue to bring you this kind of wacky content. We have the team comp consisting of my very few options in the Catch Cup, so please forgive me for bringing Carbink back. The thing is here to bring some stabilization as we do a little bit of a double rock type comp with Poliwrath in the front, Carbink and Archen in the back. Carbink obviously being the rock fairy type and Archen being the rock flying type. We were able to pull off some really crazy wins. One you're going to see here with Archen as we spam some super effective Dragon Claws at our Haxorus, one-shotting it, wing attacking down the Gliscor, which is absolutely ridiculous. And there's definitely going to be some painful losses. I've got a collection of battles. If you're excited for this spicy content, again, thank you so much in advance for watching. A like, a comment, a subscribe to the YouTube channel for more of these type of videos. Goes a super long way, and I'm super appreciative as always. But let's commentate the battles. So yes, we've got Poliwrath going up against Altaria, already not sitting in the best spot because we can't bring in Archen as a rock type. We got to play this matchup out a little bit. We play out the one shield. My hope is that, you know, essentially that I'll get the Altaria low enough to then farm down with Archen and hope that a little bit of an energy advantage and a tiny bit of some Dragon Breath damage will go a long way for this thing to nuke in the back, and then we get met by one of its potential hardest counters in the game, and something that core breaks literally this entire comp. Lantern. It's electric typing covering the Poliwrath, the water and electric typing covering the Archen, and the water typing covering the Carbink. This match is all but over, but for the content's sake, let's see how Carbink is able to do to try and play its way against this Poliwrath and out of the situation. I mean, no, surely the Archen is going to clutch up at the end and totally defeat one of its hardest potential counters in the game. They're going to get off a charge move here. We're going to shield it up. We're hoping that we're going to be able to rock throw enough and get off a rock slide so that Archen can come in and do what it does best, spam the medium energy, medium damage moves of either Dragon Claw or Crunch. We get them to jump some of their energy there because we don't want to get hit with either of that super effective damage between Surf and Thunderbolt. The hope is to outpace, but the opponent overfarmed the perfect amount, understandably so. They overfarmed so much they went for a Thunderbolt, not recognizing that Archen's a goddamn rock type, and that would have been super effective regardless. Getting into the next match, we've got Poliwrath going up against a Haxorus, and we're gonna just punch the living heck out of this thing. We're going to let the first breaking swipe come through because Poliwrath is quite thick. We're going to go for the Ice Punch, and our main goal here is to just save shields for Archen. As you'll notice, throughout a lot of these battles, the thing is taking heavy fast move damage that's neutral, sometimes resisted, looking like it's super effective. So if there's going to be any potential charge moves thrown at it, we need to make sure that it's got shields to protect itself. We let Poliwrath go down, saving those shields, coming with Carbink to eat the Haxorus's potential energy, and then to see what the back line is. We get debuffed by a breaking swipe, and we're gonna probably want to swap out immediately, and then we ran into an Azu, and thankfully they don't know what the hell Archen's running. That's also the other really cool thing about running Archen in some Catch Cup Go Battle League battles is the element of surprise. They see me swap out and they're like, there's no way Azu's gonna do good against a Pokemon that swaps in, even if its water typing is super effective against Archen's rock typing. Surely Archen has coverage there. It does not, but it did beat that double in the zero shield scenario. Surely there were some points I glossed over there, but that does not matter. Archen beat the double and double super meta. There's a matchup. Next thing going on here is we've got the Carbink going up against the Azu, going for a full Moonblast there, which does not do super heavy damage because both Carbink and Azu are extremely tanky Pokemon. We need to let an Ice Beam come through on the off chance they're running the moveset of Ice Beam and Hydro Pump. We have now done enough Rock Throw damage that we want to get off 2 Rock Slides in hopes to win this match out. Having the shield advantage was huge, and also somehow playing out the shield, the zero shield with Archen against double and winning was also very clutch. We could not commit any shields to Archen like we wanted to here because of the fact that, you know, Azu was going to beat the Archen anyway. The fact Archen took care of the double was a win all by itself. Getting to the next matchup, we are getting core broken by another Lantern, so we need to stay in this matchup and hope that we can like play out the one shield, maybe call a Surf, maybe shield a Thunderbolt, maybe do neither of those things because I'm the king of getting baited, and then go for a Dynamic Punch. We're hoping that we'll either get their first shield or do some heavy damage. We do the heavy damage that we need to do here. We're gonna double shield up just because we want to at least leave this with high energy. The opponent double baits, which is ridiculous. What a goddamn call by my opponent here. They're gonna get off another Surf because of that ridiculous play, and I'm at a huge shield disadvantage. Thankfully, their backline, just like everybody else's in Catch Cup, consists of a Haxorus. We get off 1 Ice Punch, get the shield. Going for the second Ice Punch here. Will we get both shields? We do, and then we've got the hardest Haxorus counter in the game, that being Carbink. So we can comfortably come in with Carbink here and then wait for them to swap. They're taking forever to swap. I'm fully believing at this point they've got Earthquake on their Haxorus. I'm curious how much damage it'll do. And then I get disappointed when they throw another Breaking Swipe. But hey, we've seen this matchup before. They swapped in to a double and we bring in one of its best counters in the game, Archen. Will it be able to eat a charge move here? Probably not. If it's Wild Charge or Payback, we're dead. We're by Archen. Okay, yeah, you don't really counter double after all, do you? I don't know what happened in the other match. Surely, I don't know. Anyhow, we're still gonna win this match because of Carbink, but that's neither here nor there. We won another battle with Archen on our team. Put some respect on Archen's name. Big rock throwdown of the Haxorus, getting into the next battle. We've got Poliwrath going up against Quagsire. Pretty good matchup. Opponent swaps into Noctowl, and this is one of the things I'm excited about for next season, depending on whatever the meta adjustments are. But Carbink hanging around and putting these Noctowls in this place. You were stoked to see Trevenant get nerfed with the last season and it kind of fall out of existence and out of hype essentially, and fell into like secondary to spice meta. Well, Noctowl is going to be on its way there too, thanks to Carbink. That might be a bit of a stretch because Noctowl still has a bunch of really good matchups, but Carbink is going to be a fantastic wall to it, just as you saw there. They come back in with their Mud Boy. We're going to throw a Moonblast here, do about a third of their health, and just hope they don't Mudshot us completely down because these rock throws literally take forever to get to any charge moves against the Quagsire. They're going to throw a Mud Bomb, take us out, and we're just going to keep alignment. This is fantastic. The question becomes, the fatal and crucial question with every single one of these matches, is their last Pokemon something that Archen can beat? One other thing I want to try and do in this matchup, which I don't know if I did in this match or not, is catch a Mud Bomb on Archen. That will be singularly resisted, but it will hit like it's neutral damage because it's a goddamn Archen. And this, to answer your question, is not a Pokemon that Archen nor my Poliwrath can beat. And thanks to Archen's extremely versatile and diverse moveset, we can't hit this fairy for any goddamn damage. Anyhow, next match, Poliwrath, Shadow Quag again, part 2. They're not going to have another fairy type in the back. Archen's going to pop off this match for sure. I'm not coping. You are. If you're coping, leave a comment okay, shut up, Alex. I mean, Bill. Who the hell's Alex? Anyhow, we've got Toxapex up against Archen here. We shield up a Brine, which is going to be huge. We resist all the poison jab damage. We're going to go for the crunch. Can Archen counter a Toxapex, one of the many Metamons of Great League? We're going to get off another Dragon Claw here on the CMP. Will we pull the opponent's first shields? We do. Huge call, huge CMP. We're going to overform a bunch because Toxapex takes forever to get to Brine. So we're going to essentially build build up to 2 Dragon Claws. We're 1 short. This next one will take out or get the final shield, and bang! We find another Pokemon that Archen was capable of beating. Did it cost us an extra shield? It did. But look, it's Archen's fatal nemesis, Double, coming in for the double kick down to completely farm us. Now, after they got all that energy, we have to come into Carbink, even though you would think to yourself, Bill, Poliwrath has counter, fighting, super effective against normal. Well, Poliwrath's almost dead, and that thing built up a bunch of energy, so we're going to let Carbink eat all that, like it did fine. The Quagsire comes back in. We need to keep this alignment also. We don't want the Mud Boy on our Rock type. We CMP on the next charge move, and that will decide this game. I mean, Archen beating Toxapex decided this game. We won this at that moment there. Yes. Regardless, Poliwrath goes down. We're going for the Rock Slide here. This will take out the Quagsire's remaining health, letting the Ice Punch super clutch so we can get a Rock Slide off to take it out. The Double comes in, and Double can barely do any damage to a Carbink. Carbink resists 2 out of its 3 charge moves of Body Slam and Payback, and the 1 charge move it does not resist, Wild Charge, as you saw there, does not do much damage. We eat 2 of those for breakfast, and Carbink goes for the full Rock Throwdown. Getting into the next matchup, we've got Poliwrath up against Noctowl. We safe swap into Archen, because technically speaking, Archen's a Rock type and will resist the flying damage from the Noctowl. They then match us with a Medi. We land a Crunch. We're going to commit a shield because this is the Archen showcase. It's an Ice Punch. It would have been nicer if it was like a Psychic or something, but we're able to Wing Attack down 1 shield, and Archen over here farming down one of the most Metamons in Open Great League to then waste all its energy on a Carbink. But what was cool about that is we got the defense debuff, so shout out to Crunch there, and we flipped alignment. So again, Archen actually comes through clutch because now we line up the Poliwrath with the Carbink. We've got our Carbink laying in the back, ready to decimate the Noctowl, feast on its birdie brains, and they land a Moonblast onto our Poliwrath, which is fine by us because Carbink is going to do one of the illest 1v2s you've ever seen. They're going for their first charge move. It's going to be a Shadow Ball, and look at that damage that it does to Carbink. Literally nothing. We're over farming like crazy. We're going to let them land another Shadow Ball onto our Carbink. We want to build up to at least 2 Rock Slides, maybe a little bit more energy over that. We don't want them to get another charge move off, though, because we need to save this sliver of health for the opponent's Carbink in the back. And there it is. We have energy advantage. We do not have health advantage. We're same in shields, so huge bait throwing the Rock Slide there. Our opponent recognizes they're not going to get off 2 Rock Slides and they need to go for the Rock Throw down, and our Carbink, the rank 2, the beautiful IVs, every bit worth of the goddamn grind I went through to get the XLs and build this bad boy, wins that match. Getting to the next one, we've got Poliwrath up against another Poliwrath. If they have Pup, we're screwed. We throw Dynamic Punch, they catch. Really good play by them. This is going to be some heavy neutral damage on the Wigglytuff, and we have to come into Carbink because we know how the rest of this team does against Fairy types. The cool thing here is, though, we're almost going to Rock Throw all the way down. They're going to get to a charge move. It's going to be Disarming Voice. We don't have to respect it all that much. It does a little bit of decent ticklish damage to our Carbink. The Poliwrath comes in with its energy that it had before and throws a Pup, so they could have won that lead. I guess they were just not taking the chance and thought to themselves, you know what, they might have Pup too, and we don't want to play this in the CMP in case they have good IVs. But you know what, Carbink is now popping off. They get off another Pup, but we have a shield already, and we're getting off the Moonblast. This will either do heavy damage to the Poliwrath or give us a 2-0 shield advantage. We get the debuff, which is also clutch, and it is the Archen show. We are going to shield up everything. We're going to Wing Attack down, and whatever that last Pokemon in the back is for the Archen to go up against, it's going to dump all of its energy. Surely it'll be a Pokemon that Archen will do well against, and it's a Jellicent. They don't know, viewers at home, that Archen has Crunch, super effective damage against the Jellicent. Get off the Dragon Claw. Will this be enough damage? Bang! It takes out the Jelly, and then the Wing Attack farm down. What a goddamn 1v2 that we have there. And that's the last match. Sorry, my throat was getting dry, but that is the last match. Way to end it. The Archen show clutching up, showing that it can be a fun mon to use, and I don't recommend it, But if you're ready to hit legend, or you want to mess around with something new with a really cool moveset, Archen's the way to go. On that note, let me know your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed the spice. The goal is to always bring you a solid combination of usable teams for success and hopefully some fun battles that I will do a good job commentating over. Let me know your thoughts on the team, the mon, the battles, me, and all the above in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace.